Sound check, 1, 2.
This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield.
I got this abnormal psychology exam to do. I think there's something in there that's going to help me with this time travel.
Well, if you go back to 1985, please take me.
85?
I kind of want to go see Michael J. Fox.
Don't we all? I want to go see Michael J. Fox right now. It is the 12th of May, 2020. And back in 2015, my nephews were born. Aww.
Sexual relationship.
Yeah, so big shout out to them and to my sister. Twin boys. Good job. So today... welcome to the 217 Recovery Podcast. My name is Corey Winfield. And joining me today in the studio is Marnie. Marnie, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Some things not working out as I wanted to tonight, but, you get over it and you move on. It's happening how it's supposed to.
Right.
You're a little frustrated.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? That's fine. You got some of the things that you want to accomplish, and you got to kind of take the good with the bad on that. And a good day in recovery so far, though?
Absolutely. Everything's been going good today.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Started
good.
my day off with a Zoom meeting in Ireland.
Oh, how'd that go?
It was great. I would imitate their accent, which is beautiful, I think, but I can't do it very well.
Well, they can't say the word think.
Yeah, they say tink.
Tink. I think it.
I tink. Yeah,
they're a
and
little weird
tanks.
over there. And, of course, you can go to 217recovery.com and then go to online meetings, and you can find these meetings that Marnie is talking about, the meetings in Ireland.
Actually, that is exactly how I got there. Yes, I did.
How'd your South Africa meeting go? Because you told me you're like, because you've been talking about this for like a month.
Well, the day is not over yet, Corey, is it?
Oh, well, no.
Well, probably in South Africa, meetings might be. You do have to do the math on that, folks. You have to figure out what the time difference. So I ended up going to a lunch meeting, which was really cool. It was kind of neat. It was 8 o'clock here. It was 1 o'clock there. And so people were on their lunch break and stuff, But there were some people there that were tuning in from Florida, Montana. But majority of the people were from Ireland, different spots in Ireland. Maybe like 20, 25 people, I would say.
It's a lot.
Joined the meeting, yeah.
Were they talking about the COVID?
Actually, that wasn't brought up, believe it or not. They didn't touch on that at all, which I was surprised. But, they were talking about staying sober. So, lots of things I heard just in a different accent.
I know that's the weirdest thing is when they're telling your story or something that you've gone through or something that you've experienced, and you're just like, wait a minute, you're in a different country, you've grown up totally different, but yet you had the same problem and the same things happened to you with alcohol that happened to me. It's kind of not refreshing, but it's, like, I don't know. We get the same kind of thing here, too, when we just go to meetings, to realize that we're not the only ones to ever go through this, and we're not bad people, and it's just reassuring to know that we're not, because in our deepest, darkest moments, in a relapse, or I just think I am the only person that's ever gone through this, and I'm the worst person that's ever lived and walked on this earth, and that's not true, but it's hard. It's real hard when you're going through that. And a buddy of mine, I don't know if you heard the podcast the other day, his sister reached out to me, and I still haven't heard from him. He apparently lost his phone. I bet you he could find it if he wanted to get what he's looking for, and I guess it's not his true fault because he is in active addiction. But, as well as I do, Marnie, that's not the real us. That's, and people would always tell me, oh, I don't like this Corey. I want the real Corey back.
Oh, yeah.
And so, that's not my friend. That's not the real him. The real him, I think, really does want help. But the only thing he knows how to do right now is just keep digging deeper. But, and not that I can help him. I can give him a phone number, a place he can call. And not everybody needs to go to treatment either. A lot of people think, well, I don't have to go to rehab. If I call somebody, they're going to make me go to rehab. It's not how it works. It is nice to go to rehab. It is a nice break, and you get to stop and focus on yourself. And that's what I think is very important about rehabs. And they do work, but you have to be ready. And if you're thrown in a rehab and you're going there kicking and screaming, good luck. You'll probably be back. And you might as well face it and face it head on and make the most of the situation. But it's easier said than done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One thing I'd like to share about that or say on that note is that it's important to know that these people that reach out to us or to other people that reach out to you, if you're one of those people, that to make it clear that, have these people call you no matter what. I mean, the good, the bad, the ugly, because that's what we're there for. If we only ever would listen to them when things were going good, then we're not good sponsors. Don't be afraid if things aren't going the way that you want them to, or you don't have a stunning report to talk about. That's okay. Just to hear that you're alive and that you're still kicking and you're still working best you can for today. Lots of times that's all we need to hear. And that to know that you're still, the effort's still there. And I don't know, that's just something, because I feel like when I just get left in the dark, like when I'm hoping that people will call, that it's okay if they call, even if they've been drinking. I would rather have them call me than not call. I'd rather them call me drinking than, not call at all. So that's
like just to say what's up.
Yeah, just to say, hey, it's hard. This is harder than I thought.
Oh, I see.
And
Okay.
I'm not doing good. That's what we're here for. If I don't know, if it's like, and I know what they're thinking because I've done the same thing. Like, I'm not going to call until I'm back on track. Well, maybe it's the way to get back on track. Maybe they need to hear that other person's voice, hear what they have to say, and the encouragement and the acceptance. You know what I mean? To not feel like I'm just a loser. I'm just, I can't do it. Today wasn't your day or whatever, but that, it doesn't have to be that way tomorrow.
Yeah, I kind of worry about Jamie that way too. And he always says, well, call me out. And he wants to have the brutally honest, meetings and podcasts. I think he should do a Zoom. I think I should make him do Zoom meetings first. And he can be the one that starts up the 217 Recovery Zoom meetings. And, he can reach out to military people. And if he gets the Zoom meetings going on a regular basis, then maybe I'll give him a podcast. He's supposed to have a microphone. I don't know. He can use those for Zoom meetings too. Mm-hmm. But, he doesn't call me very often. And I kind of wonder in the back of my mind, is he doing that to wait till he gets sober enough, which mm-hmm. means, wait till he runs out of money, or, wait till he has a couple days to dry out, and then, he'll give old Corey a call and everything's just peachy.
Yeah.
I don't know. And it's not my job to think about it either. As harsh as that kind of may sound, I'm not the world's best sponsor, I guess, but it's not my job. Like if he comes to me and he wants to talk, I'm here to listen. Mm-hmm. And I can offer him advice that he asks for in the way that I handled the situation when I went through pretty much probably the same thing that he's going through. So,
right.
That's all I can really do for him. I'm not going to be brutally honest. I'm not going to yell at him. That doesn't make any sense, but mm-hmm. he's not sleeping on my couch, so I don't really care. Mm-hmm. I do care, but you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not living here or living with me, because I've heard some sponsors will let their sponsees, stay with them because, their life will get so bad and they'll get out of control and they'll have nowhere to live. And I don't know if that'll ever happen.
Right. No.
You're like, no, it won't, Corey.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But I see. Yeah, it's a tough situation, but it's also an easy situation. As long as, for the people that are struggling to pick up that phone, like they say, sometimes it's way too heavy and, they just can't do it. Because who wants to call and report that they're not doing stellar, that they didn't hit a meeting, and that alcohol got the best of them or drugs got the best of them. That's a tough phone call to make.
Yeah, or they're feeling frustrated and they don't know what to do about it.
Yeah.
You
right.
know, they feel lonely,
and we don't necessarily always have the answer. And it's not like we don't. The answer is with them. But, you know, to hear encouragement and support, that's what it's about. That's what sponsorship is about, you know, because this is not all rainbows and butterflies and kitty cats and lollipops. It's tough stuff, and it's a journey, and some days are harder than others.
For sure. So, on a lighter note, not sure if you read my blog.
I did.
You did?
I did. I always read your blog.
Oh, you're like my number one fan. Or my only fan. You and my mom. Uh-oh. Competition, mother. Competition. But, no, like yesterday, it was insane because I was waiting on some candles. And these candles are pretty badass. I got them from Amazon, and then they came in a set of 3, and one of them didn't work. The tall one did not work. So I had to wait for the replacements, and the replacements were going to come yesterday, and I ordered some darker candles, which I kind of like a little bit better.
Yeah, me too.
And those were going to be for my office because I noticed you liked the first ones, and so you wanted to keep those either in the bedroom or the living room, and I'm like, all right, fine. So when the replacement comes, we'll get those. Well, anyway, both sets were coming yesterday. And I got the replacement set early in the day because that was from UPS. And then the other set was coming, and it was going to be delivered by the mailman. Props to the mail people out there. But it was not here, and it wasn't here, and it was 5 o'clock, it was 6 o'clock, it was 7 o'clock. And
suspense.
Yeah, finally, you wanted milk, so I went to go get milk, and I figured I'd hit the mail on the way. And there were lots of people flocking to the mailbox, you know. And so I go and I get this letter. I got a couple letters. I got one from Kevin in St. Louis. Kevin, what's up? Still listening, and we appreciate that. And, you know, Kevin made a little monetary donation to 17 Recovery, and we appreciate that. And I also got a letter from the IRS.
Which most people would say that line and be like, dint, dint, and
yes.
Who wants to get a letter from the IRS? Guess what? You do.
Well, it wasn't just the IRS either. It was what is the division called? The tax exempt division or something?
Yeah, I can't remember that.
So when I saw the letter, like my booty hole puckered a little. I was like, woo, whoo, whoo. Yeah. And I thought, this is the letter we've been waiting for. And if you're just tuning in, this is your first time listening, 217 Recovery, we are a charitable organization, and we've registered with Michigan as a nonprofit organization. They recognize us, but it really doesn't matter unless the big bad IRS does. So there's a thing called a 501c3, which allows you to take donations. Like we could take cars, phones, whatever. Anybody would like to donate, and if they donate over $250, you know, we write them a receipt, and they get to, you know, start adding that onto their taxes as tax deductible. So it really is going to help us big time when we, you know, reach out for money. Say, hey, like the transportation. You know, we found out that it costs $10,000 to $15,000 to put insurance on a car for a year. Well, I don't have $10,000 to $15,000 laying around my bank account, but with donations, with different things that we can do, fundraising events, and we have so much stuff planned. But with that money, we can do so much for the recovery community. Yeah. And I had to do this whole application. It was like 150,000 pages long. And I've been working on it probably for about a year. I think I started a year ago, and then I realized, oh, crap, I got to do this. There's a lot of stuff you got to line up. And for someone like me to just do it by themselves and put it all together, you know, I knew not to rush it. There's 2 different ways you can apply for the 501c3. And sorry if I'm boring you. I'm just trying to give the background. So just, if this is boring you, you can always skip forward. This is a podcast, by the way. But you can go the easy route and only pay like $400, or maybe it's $300. I don't know. But you can only